This entitled mum has a kid with a sore tooth. The only man that can help her is the one she just made enemies with. Will he show mercy, or has she gone too far? Happy birthday if today's your birthday, and on with the revamped show. So to start off, I'm male and American born and raised, but I'm a French major, so I speak French nearly fluently. In fact, while studying abroad in France, I passed the DALF, which means that I speak French well enough to work and study in France. I'm very proud of this, as well as my love for French culture and linguistics. My roommate, F, is also a French major, and is also a Francophile. We go to school together in the Bible Belt of the States. Cue to the story. M, c'est moi. RM, roommate. K, Karen. C, child of Karen. Unspoken rule. NM, nice manager. Guess what his cue line was? As I said, my roommate and I are both French majors, so we speak French to each other about as often as we speak English. It's a great way to practice the language, and it's a nice us thing. Anyway, we go to the grocery store for some much needed body and more needed blood of Christ. We're talking in French about what we're going to do on the weekend. Meals, class, people we want to do it with, myriad of things. I noticed the Karen, haircut, flashy bedazzled top for someone half her age and size, no mask, everything. Giving us weird looks in the produce area, but that happens a lot when you speak a foreign language in public and you throw people a bit off guard. We're used to it. What we're not used to is the Karen following us as we walk around the store shopping. Whatever. She's not bothering us, just being weird. In the cheese section, we start talking about cheese in French, much to the amusement of the employees. We're having fun. Finally, the blood of Christ section. My roommate and I get a case of bread and look for some stuff we can pair with our ingredients. We're having a great time. Really forgotten about Karen, but she hasn't forgotten about us. Something about the wine must have triggered her because she comes barreling up to us.
Stop this right now.
Sorry?
I said stop it. I know what you're trying to do. I've been watching you this whole time.
Well, that makes one of us.
Do you know what country you're in? Do you know who the president is?
I hope so, otherwise I'm having a stroke. Yes, we're both sassy. Sue us.
In this country, we speak English. Stop speaking Spanish or whatever and speak the Lord's language. Trump should have rounded up all you Satan worshippers and gassed you.
As it would happen, my roommate is Jewish and speaks Hebrew. I don't, so I can't tell you what she said, just that it was Hebrew. Roommate speaks Hebrew.
Stop that. You stop that right now. I bet you're putting a curse on my child.
Continues screaming incoherent nonsense I don't remember, but I'm just speaking the Lord's language. Happy Rosh Hashanah. Kay loses her crap. She starts screaming at the top of her lungs, demanding the manager and police and fire and Jesus? I think this is hilarious. I'm making jokes to my roommate in French, which only ticks Kay off even more. Finally, NM comes over. Is there a problem over here? Kay starts blasting him with incoherent screams, which makes C start to cry. Ma'am, please calm down. You're disturbing the other customers.
They're disturbing me with their perverted ways. Look, they made my daughter cry. Do something about this.
Hi folks, are you all still looking around here or are you ready to check out? Just looking for some wine. The manager asked us what we like and recommended some of his favorites, and we check out. He gives us an employee discount for our trouble, but ultimately, he says he couldn't do anything about her because she hasn't been physical with us. Kay shouted at us the entire time, calling us devil worshippers and Satan and whatever. Kinda anticlimactic and everything. Sucks that nothing happened to her, but the wine was on freaking point, so at least some good came out of it. I feel like there should be a new rule that if you're gonna complain about someone's language, then you should at least know what language they're speaking. Don't just take a random guess at it. But really, you should be able to speak whatever language you want. The only exception probably being if you needed to serve people, you should probably know the majority language of that country. How does two other people just peacefully shopping, speaking another language, harm you in any way? And how is it supposed to make them devil worshippers? It makes zero sense. For identity reasons, I changed the names. I will be P, Pyrite, K, Karen, Karen's kid as DS, Doom Spawn. I work as a dental professional, and here is a slight background. Our office accepts emergency patients at any given time. We always tell patients that we cannot guarantee same-day treatment because of allowed time. If our end-of-day appointment slot is free, day, we can see one patient 45 minutes before we close. It has to be exactly 45 minutes before. This day, we open at 8 a.m., close at 5 p.m. I was working on confirming my appointments for the week, and we received a phone call. Dang it. I answered the phone. Thank you for calling such and such dental office. This is Pyrite.
Hi, are you still open for emergencies?
Yes, ma'am, we are. Would you like to come in right now?
Yes, I'm 30 minutes out.
Okay, good. We still have some time before we close at 5 p.m. You are...
I know how far away I am. I know how to count.
I thought, jerk, I am doing you a favor. It was the end of the day and one patient in the office, so I was bored, tired, and annoyed. Good for you. Let me get some information so I can get you in my system to be scheduled.
Why do I need to provide my information? The dentist only needs to look at my son's tooth. He was playing with his friends in the virus soup,
as I like to call it, but it's a public pool.
And they were playing with some golf balls, and one hit him in the face.
I had to mute myself quickly as I snorted so hard it hurt my throat. Yes, but we need to know your name as you are the parent and other information such as...
Fine, whatever. Hurry up.
You are pushing buttons you don't want to push, lady. I mean, seriously. Simple questions such as name, phone number, address, I get an or a deep sigh, and even idiot. What is the name of your child?
His name is Doomspawn.
DS in the background.
Hey, that's me.
Thank you, ma'am. What side is the pain located?
In his mouth.
Well, duh, we are a dental office. What else? Yes, right or left?
What side is hurting you, my little angel?
My right side.
His right side.
Alright, got it. Did you have insurance you would like us to bill?
Yes, I will show it when I arrive.
Okay, can I verify you through another way? Insurances take a while to get verified, and some are closing soon. First, I need some information. Is it through your employer?
I'll bring in the card when I arrive.
Ma'am, in order for you to avoid from paying the fee to get seen, I need to verify your insurance ahead of time.
Why would you charge me if I've already said I have an insurance card?
I understand that, but if you do not want to get charged,
Fine. My employer is blank, and the name of the insurance is blankety blank.
Thank you. I can get you verified through your social. What is your social?
I don't feel comfortable giving out my social.
No worries. What is the ID on your card?
I'm driving, I can't look at it.
Yes, ma'am. I can verify you through your social.
I'll give you the card when I get there.
Yes, ma'am. Understood. When you arrive, please have your debit card or cash on hand to provide it at check-in.
Why do I need to pay? I already told you I have insurance.
Yes, ma'am.
What then?
Some insurance offices close at around 4 p.m. They don't, and they have automated systems, but I was tired of this lady. Plus around 15 minutes had already passed because of her backstory, traffic, talking to her DS about how we are almost there, and don't worry little angel, and once we get there the dentist will help.
Fine, my social is blank blank blank.
Thank you, ma'am. I'll get your insurance verified as soon as we end the call. How far away are you?
I'm 10 minutes out.
Alright, we'll see you shortly, and I'll get this insurance verified. Please remember to wear a mask when you arrive, as if you don't have one, we cannot let you in the building.
Why? It's not like I'm infected.
I mute myself and hit my head with the phone a few times. Yes, ma'am, but we take very seriously what the CDC recommends as precautions. Karen, insert here yada yada about how she can't breathe normally with it on and it is very uncomfortable.
If you had a choice to wear them, would you?
Yes.
Would you though?
Yes. DS in the background again.
Mom, here's just his security card.
More time passes. Ma'am, it's been 10 minutes. How far away are you?
I'm still 10 minutes out. I had to put gas in my car.
Ma'am, we're closing at 5 p.m. If you're not here by the latest 4:15 p.m., unfortunately I'll have to reschedule you for tomorrow.
I will get there when I get there. It's not going to take a long time. DS is a kid and won't take long.
If you're not here by 4:15, we will not see you.
Yes, you will. Watch me.
Then she hung up. I lean back on my chair and think to myself, oh really? If you want to play that game, I can play that game. My last patient of the day was already checked out and out of the door. I locked it behind them and closed the blinds. I told the DAs and doctors to stay in the back and do not go to the front desk at all until we need to close. They looked confused. All I told them was that a mega Karen is on the way. They just smiled and said, got it. 4:15 rolls around and they left. After 25 plus minutes, guess who arrives at around 4:45 p.m. You guessed it, she parked in front of the entrance. She was pulling the handle hard. I mean hard. Then started hitting the glass door with the palm of her hand. Hard. She called the office. Behind the front desk there is a small wall, so she could not see me, and I answered from checkout. Thank you for calling such and such dental dental office, this is Pyrite.
Open the darn door, you idiot! I told you I was on my way.
Yes, and I informed you that if you were not here by 4:15, we would not see you. Karen told her DS.
Honey, can you pull the door, please?
Ma'am, if you would still like to get seen by our office, I suggest you stop damaging our office and come in tomorrow.
No, he is getting seen now.
Ma'am, please lower your voice. The doctor and the assistants are no longer in the office. Their last patient left at 4 p.m., meaning the doctor and assistants only needed to wait 15 minutes before they officially clocked out for the day. That is why I told you multiple times to come in at 4:15. I can still get you seen tomorrow.
No, you didn't. You said I can come in before you closed at 5 p.m.
Ma'am, once again, please lower your voice, as I'm still willing to offer you to come in tomorrow.
Call the doctor now.
Ma'am, I was being nice enough to offer you to come in tomorrow. Now, after I asked you to lower your voice multiple times, I'm now informing you that you are now not going to be seen by our office, as you have been rude to me and this office. I have not been rude or disrespectful to you, and you're calling me an idiot? I wish you the best in finding another office. Have a good day.
No, wait,
Click. The most satisfying thing to tell a Karen must be that they don't get the thing that they want, especially when you told them everything they needed to do to get it. And of course, they arrogantly think they'll get it no matter what they do, no matter how rude they are, no matter if they follow the rules or not. I still feel bad for the kid though. I mean, it wouldn't be pleasant having a painful tooth. Maybe if he had a mother that wasn't entitled and actually followed the rules, he'd be able to have the medical attention that he needs. So in late February, early March, just before the Rona hit, we were putting on our school musical, Once Upon a Mattress. I was cast in the ensemble and couldn't be more thrilled. It's very hard to get roles in my school's theatre department, and while I have had people in the past compliment me on my dancing, when I thought I had 2 left feet, and singing, I got this one from one of our leads, and I was really proud. I have a hard time singing loud enough to get lead roles. I accidentally trained my vocal cords to sing quietly because the walls in my house are thin, so getting ensemble was huge for me. It was standard for us to do most of our prep in the green room. We had to arrive 2 hours before our start time, so we had time to do makeup, get dressed, mic checks, etc. I usually did my hair beforehand because it took almost an hour each night to do. Because it's the medieval times, so hair was elaborate. I typically spent this time playing games on my phone and talking with my friends on cast and crew while secretly eating some Jolly Ranchers I brought from home, because technically we're not supposed to eat in costume. We did 3 shows, Thursday through Saturday night. It's usual for me to leave a few minutes faster than everyone else because I usually attempted to get out of there as quick as possible. My dad was waiting to pick me up each night after his ridiculously long days at work, hence the reason why I didn't witness what had happened. I arrived Friday afternoon at 5 o'clock as usual and started getting into my dress for our second show. I'm halfway dressed, semi-stuck because I was always terrified of messing up my hair. Our dance captain and Prince Dauntless, Jordan, comes into green all of a sudden. Just a quick announcement, we can't change into green anymore. A parent complained to our director. Uh-oh, whoops, I said, my dress still halfway over my head. You're fine, but change in the bathroom from now on, Jordan said before leaving. A little while later, the girls and I are in the bathroom doing our makeup. I hate wearing this stuff except for stage purposes. We're all discussing the new rule, wondering what happened. One girl, Lily, all but bounces in, a fake excited smile on her face. I love this girl because we had this accidental mutual agreement that since she was on one side of the stage at an inconvenient time, I got to take some of the stress off her and got my own scene. The director took note of this and gave me a named bit like 2 days before opening, which I later realized insinuated that I was one of the 3 nights' mistresses. Anyways, I digress. Guess whose mum complained to director? Lily said. No way, really? Why? We all asked. Okay, so after we greeted the audience after the show, she followed me to green, saw the boys and girls changing together, and then went to director, she said. Parents aren't allowed back there though, we said. I know, but she told me that those girls were showing their bras with boys around, and they weren't even sports bras. Okay, so first of all, we only show our bras for maybe 3 seconds at a time while we change. Second of all, you can't wear sports bras in these costumes. Everyone is too focused on getting out of the costume to notice the girls' bras or the boys with no no shirts on. And like half the dudes in there are gay, so does it really matter if they see a girl in her bra? We all pulled out these arguments and Lily agreed. My mum is crazy. She's all, you have to do everything the Bible says verbatim, among other stuff, she said. So she's one of those hyper-Christian parents, I thought. Not hating on religion, most of my friends go to church and are religious. Me, I've never been to church a day in my life, bar my grandmother's funeral. It's hilarious because she grew up as a Jersey girl and was like Taylor Swift, a new boyfriend every 5 weeks or so. Lily told us about her crazy mum. Her phone was 24/7 monitored, could record everything around her. I was still mind blown that her mum followed Lily to green. We have a sign on the door to the hallway it's in that explicitly says cast and crew members only. I talked to my dad, former theater kid himself, on the way home about it. He agreed it was stupid and parents shouldn't go back there. My mum said Lily's mum had every right to go back there as a parent because parent reasons, but still agreed that it was too much. We spent our time avoiding the bathroom rule by using really sideways ways of changing our costumes, like my method of putting my pants under the dress, sliding the dress down backwards so I could put my shirt on over it, then sliding the dress over my, admittedly wide, hips and thighs. It was uncomfortable, but I wasn't going to go to the nasty bathrooms and change. See, that's what every kid wants when they're part of a theater program. A nosy parent who goes into the backstage where they're not supposed to be, despite there being clear signs telling them that they're not supposed to be there. Doing a musical or play can be really fun being part of a production. What's not fun is an entitled parent getting involved in every single part of it to make sure that everything goes the way they want it to go. The problem is if one entitled parent wants it this way and another entitled parent wants it that way, you'll never get to the actual task at hand and perform the play.
Submit your story to be read on the channel at voiceyherestories@gmail.com and join our Voicey veteran community at r/VoiceyHere. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell to never miss an episode. Alright, Voicey veterans, I'll see you in the next one.